Packed house. I love it. I love it. Yes, I'll try to make sure I can see all of you guys in here. I know it's just super busy. Shh. Whoa, so much. Can barely hear you guys. Wow. All right, so welcome. It is Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. So tell me what's been going on in the market. What you guys been experiencing?
No buyers. More listings.
Okay. No buyers, more listings.
Almost double the listings in the last 60 days.
Oh my gosh, that's a huge stat. We were talking about it earlier, actually, Mauricio and I. You said what, 110 active listings right now? Wow, that's wild. It's been a while since we've had that many, and then unfortunately, escrows are down with that as well too. So definitely, obviously, with the market, we've talked about it. You guys probably received emails from me about talking about your price adjustments and all that fun stuff. So, how many of you guys have done price adjustments recently? Okay, good, good, good. All right. So definitely, I know a few of you guys have done some price adjustments because I had to sign some modification of listing terms. I appreciate it. If you guys have not done price adjustments, definitely do it because as we're seeing more homes come on the market, that's more competition, right? And they're utilizing your existing listings to actually price their homes. So definitely make sure you guys are aware of that. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me something good. Doesn't have to be business related, it can be personal. Tell me something good. Oh my gosh, you guys have to have more fun in your life.
I can be the only one talking to you.
What'd you say, Mauricio?
I would say right now that, no.
You said double the listings in the last 60 days. That's great.
What, I was talking about actually, was talking about the listings, but no, I was talking about the market.
Yeah, but you did. I think you took just a couple listings within the last week or so. So yes.
Everything good for me. All these things, one of the market, so I just need to sell it.
Yes. Well, I like that. Yes. It's always nice to have listings. So yes, absolutely. For sure. Someone else tell me something good. Cindy. That's great. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I remember we had that conversation. Yes, absolutely. Perfect. One more, tell me something good. Uno más. Come on, guys. You guys have fun in your lives, right? Right. Some of you guys do. If not, we gotta talk. We gotta talk about it. All right, one more. Tell me something good. Uno más. Deborah.
My cousin has a very rare kidney disease, and we've been going through the UCLA program for one of us to donate a kidney. Through that program, we found 3 family members that had health issues they had no idea about that now will be completely healthy. One being kidney cancer that got removed, and one of our cousins is going to be a match, so he's going to get his kidneys.
That's crazy. Yeah. Wow. And like you said, one of them didn't even know that they had a condition and they just kind of went and got inspected.
My sister-in-law didn't know she had some type of lung bacteria that needs to be addressed. And all of them, just from trying to, like, out of the goodness of their heart, donate a kidney, had extensive testing done. And they're all gonna, like, live long, healthy lives now that everything's been addressed.
Nice. Awesome. I love that. Yes. Yes. So it's also just a good reminder to do your checks, right? If you guys didn't catch that. So absolutely. All right, perfect. All right, so build careers worth having, business worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. It's our mission statement to be the real estate company of choice for our agents and their customers. God, family, then business. All right, so our belief systems here. I want to hear from at least 3 of you guys. Based on the belief systems here, what are you currently utilizing in your business or your personal life? Tina.
Integrity.
Integrity, do the right thing. Let's talk about it.
So me and Tina Yen was just talking on the phone yesterday. And then we were just talking about in this business, we really have to do our best to be integrity, to carry out the integrity. If you do the right thing, your business is gonna last long. It's not like a one transaction, 2 transaction thing. You just gotta do the right thing.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I mean, was there a type of situation that might have came up about integrity?
Yeah.
I got you. If they're in this room, wink. I'm kidding. Yes, yeah, but yeah, definitely integrity, do the right thing.
On an offer to submit like last month. Yeah, that the seller agent, the listing agent wasn't being integrated at all.
Yeah,
So, and then, so we talk about it and we just saying, hey, we cannot be like that.
absolutely for sure. And unfortunately, in our industry, it's kind of like the Wild Wild West because there's not a set standard, right? Depending on what brokerage you're at, that's what you're taught. That's what you know,
Yeah.
as opposed to a uniform standard. So unfortunately, there are people like that. Hmm.
It's not good.
Absolutely, for
It's not
sure.
good for your reputation if it goes around.
Absolutely. And then you could be representing the buyer in the next one. And it's like, why are my offers not being accepted?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, you're today's listing agent, tomorrow's buyer's agent, right? Yes. All right. All right. I want to hear from two more. All right. Teamwork, gals. Let's talk about it.
Thank you for allowing me to do, yes, so I asked him to, open up his house so I can do an open house, and he allowed me today, so.
Nice. Yeah, I love it. Teamwork. Together and when she's more. Yes, absolutely. Perfect. All right. One more. One more. Any of those. We already talked integrity. We talked teamwork. There's still a few more.
Creativity,
Brandon.
especially right now in this market, how we're seeing more listings and if they're sitting, gotta be creative.
Absolutely.
So I think we get the open houses or being in front of more people, especially buyers. That's the perfect time to start double ending deals, right? So
Absolutely.
let's get creative by doing it.
Yes, but you also want to make sure that you do have integrity too.
Yeah.
Yes, and I like that you say creativity because I think that's definitely something that's needed in this market, as well as being okay with having those tough conversations with your sellers. Letting them know that, price adjustments need to happen if you really want to sell your house. So definitely making sure you guys have those tough conversations. And if you guys need any help, I'm more than happy to jump on a conference call, Zoom call, or in person have those conversations. Because at the end of the day, my job is to help you guys build successful real estate careers. And again, you guys don't get paid on the listings you take, you get paid on the deals you close. Is that true? Perfect. All right. We want to build a technology company that provides a real estate platform that our agent buyers and sales prefer. Keller Williams thinks like a top producer, acts like a trained consultant, focuses all its activities on service, productivity, and profitability. All right. So we are at my favorite part of our meetings, America's favorite game show title. I can't hear you. All right. I am your host, Kieran McGlory, along with my lovely co-host, Daisy Ruiz. Daisy, who are two contestants today? Cassie, come on down. Yes. Yes. Yeah, so you can stand anywhere you want. William. All right, come on down.
Whether I know in the market.
All right, so how the game show works for anyone that's new to it, like Cassie. Cassie just recently joined our family, so let's give it to Cassie. Yes. So how the game show works is that we're gonna go over a property, right? And you have to. Yes, exactly. So today's property is a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath home, about 3,995 square feet, located in what city? Because we're in what city? Yes, all right. Yes, it is 3,995 square feet.
4,000.
Yes, over 12,000 lot. And it closed very recently. So think about the market right now. Don't think about the market 3 or 4 months ago. Think of the market as of like today, okay? So 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3,995 square feet, built in 2007, located in the gated community of Ridgegate in Chino Hills. So, I look at Tina already knows. I love it. I love it. All right, so I am gonna go with William first.
Really?
So yes, 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath house, built in 2007, 3,995 square feet. So whatever number you're thinking in your head, William, I want you to add 500,000 to it.
Okay, then that will be 2.65.
Okay, maybe I was wrong. Okay, but I mean, I like the number. I like the number. That's cool. All right, so 2.65. Okay,
Yeah.
good, good. All right, now before I go to you, Cassie, I'm going to get 5 guesses from the audience. Okay, so we have William at 2.65. All right, so I see you need 5 guesses from the audience.
1850,
1850.
thousands.
So 1.85. Is that what I'm
Yes,
thinking?
sir.
What I'm saying? Okay. All right, good. Okay, 4 more. 4 more guesses. Gauss. 1.950. Okay. All right, 3 more guesses.
2.2.
2.2. All right. And
2.1.
2.1. All right, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I need 1 more. Swear you gotta ask her for money or something, right? Like, I'm just asking you guys to do your job. That's it. Like, guess the price. Name that price. Come on, 1 more. 1 more.
How much do you guess?
Was it? A million even. A million, 2 million even. Oh, 2 million even. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. So we got 2.6, we got 1.85, we got 1.95, we got 2.2, we got 2.1, and we have 2 million. All right, Cassie, so I'm gonna go to you. So 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 3,995 square feet, over 12,000 lot size, built in 2007.
I was gonna say 1.9.
Okay, you were going to say 1.9, or are you going to say 1.9?
I am going to.
You're going to say 1.9. Okay. All right, so 1.9. Okay. So the actual retail price of this home sold for $1,980,000. Yes, 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 yes. So yeah, so no, you know what? That was my fault, William. I did tell you to add 500 to it. So technically, William would have been at 2.1. So that was my bad, William. That was my bad. Okay, perfect. So all right, so Cassie, you're a winner because you got really close to the price, only $80,000 off. So let me ask you, what made you go 1.9?
The pool and the kitchen. I don't really know how to price a house. I haven't done that yet, but
Yeah.
definitely the pool.
Okay, good. But I mean, for you and Cassie's,
The bedroom and the square footage.
yeah, and Cassie's new, and yet she was literally just off by $80,000. So I mean, I love the fact that you have that vision already. So again, obviously, as you learn to price homes, but I mean, you're already on the right track. So that's awesome. Yeah. So let's give up for our 2 contestants today. Now, wait, before you leave, Cassie, you're new to this. So, because you were the closest, you are the winner. So, the next call, text, email, someone walks through the door and they're asking for a real estate agent, you will get that client. So, congratulations. Yes, yes. And William, no one leaves my show without a prize. So, you get to walk away with this beautiful, custom made mid-year business check-in. It has 8 strategies of what the top agents are doing right now in the industry to create instant business momentum. So congratulations to our 2 contestants today.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, you're welcome. Yes. All right, so let's give it for everyone that was born in the month of July. So we got Mauricio, we got William in the house. Yeah, so let's give it up for everyone who's born in the month of July. Now, July is a nice month, don't get me wrong, but we all know the best month of the year is June, right? We all agree? Y'all agree? Just a couple of people in here? Okay, I get you. All right, so let's give it for everyone their July anniversary. So yeah, thank you for hanging out with us. That gal's right there in the July anniversary. Yes. All right. Welcome our newcomers for the month of June. We have Marietta, we have Jesse, and we have Rita. So give it up for our newcomers in the month of June. Yeah. All right, so bucket fills. This opportunity you guys to fill someone's bucket. Someone might have encouraged you, maybe helped you with a deal, or helped you from leaving the industry. I want to hear from these 2 of you. you guys do talk to people, right? You know, conversate, it's kind of part of your job. I want to hear from two of you guys, two. Just two. That's anyone from Money West? That's for your social security number? Brandon,
Not here right now, but I'll say my father.
okay.
Just like how he's kind of introduced me to, obviously the industry's now going on 7 years. But I wouldn't be, how I am today if it wasn't for him, so.
Yeah, let's get up for Tom. Yeah. Tom was
You can't tell him what's in this, right? You're not here.
well, yeah, your dad already has a big ego. We can't make it even bigger. I'm kidding. Awesome, great. I want to hear from one more bucket fill. Wow, what's going on, guys? You guys is this like the 4th of July kind of rest? Like you guys are just kind of getting back into work? It's like, oh my gosh, is that what's happening? One more.
Okay, I'll go.
All right, Mauricio, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, come on.
Thank you for giving one of us the best advice that you have for our business, regardless of issues or whatever.
I appreciate that.
Regardless of we don't have a full office implemented yet.
Yes, yes,
Build it.
yes.
Thank you, Rob.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, I'm passionate about what I do. So, I mean, I enjoy what I do and I love seeing you guys be successful. So, whether that's taking time to watch a bunch of webinars and doing research about what's going on, talking to some of the top agents in our industry, find out what they're doing, take notes from them and share it with you guys. These are all things I love to do because I want to help you guys win. I want you guys to have that unfair advantage or that unfair market advantage, right? That I share with you guys like every week, you know? Right? Get out there and get your unfair market share. You guys probably remember that in the videos. Let's go. Right? Kind of looks familiar a little bit. Yes. Any other bucket fills before we move forward? Going once? Going twice? All right, moving on. All right. So this opportunity you get to pitch your listings. So whether you have listings coming soon or listings that are currently on the market or a seller that might talk to you and said, hey, if I can get this price, I will sell my home. I want to hear from at least two of you because I'm in a room full of realtors. And part of your jobs or your main part of your job is to talk to people that want to buy and sell. So it should be really easy to hear from two of you guys.
I have active listings.
You have active listings, plural, mister.
Help, them.
Yes. Yes. So we're,
Last year, I had a listing, nice property, Chino Hills, Wilderness. I don't know how many of you remember. Sell that listing?
is it coming back?
No.
Okay.
Wishing that it can happen again.
No, it won't happen again because Mauricio, you're going to let us know when we could do open houses.
30 days in the market listed in Malibu and Chino, sorry. But I'm gonna talk about my new listing in Chino Hills.
Yes.
Got a pool and RV. You know that area is in the middle of the heart of Chino Hills, of Chino Hills Parkway and Payton and the center of that highway. So it's a good location.
Mm-hmm.
And this 1198. Anybody wants to go and help this weekend? Welcome, contact me. But yeah, I'm planning probably suggesting two, because we're 12 days in the market, but it's here today.
Right.
And I'm planning to reduce the price 40,000, 50,000
Yeah.
to get it adjusted.
Absolutely.
Come for within the market. But that's one. 5 bedrooms, 1 office, and 3 bathrooms. That's the house in Chino Hills. And no HOA, no other rules, so you can straight up. Right. And the other one is in Riverside, Victoria Grove community, and then it's an HOA. It's a 6 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, maybe 500 square feet. Built in 2007, nice house. It's coming to the market as well, 940. So that's my list. So that's my pitching.
Yeah, appreciate it, Mauricio. Yes, and we'll definitely make sure we get those houses in escrow and get them sold. So, and we'll definitely make sure to blast out your listings as well. So if you guys have any active listings, we'll blast those out as well because we definitely want to help you guys get those in escrow and get them closed because happy sellers will give you referrals and you guys all want referrals, right? I'm sorry, just one person wants referrals. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, anyone else wants to pitch some listings? So this is the 4th of July, huh? It's a holiday. I'm gonna use that as an excuse. Like, you guys haven't really talked to your sellers yet. You know, you're still kind of like holiday mode. I got you. Okay. So our next meeting, I definitely want to hear from at least 2 more of you because that's our job, right? Talk to people that want to buy, talk to people that want to sell, right? So I'm gonna move on to the next one. Are you sure? No one else wants to mention anything else? You sure? Okay, I'm pushing the button. I can't go back. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, you guys missed your opportunity. No more pitching listings. I'm kidding. You can always pitch your listings. All right, so TCPA. So making sure that you guys are not calling people that do not call lists because it can be expensive. In fact, it can be 500 to 1,500 per violation, meaning the calls you make, not just when you talk to people. So as much as I love you guys, I don't have the money to pay for your fines. Mickey Mouse has his hand in my pocket every month, so that's where my money goes. It goes to Disneyland. So just letting you guys know. All right. So tomorrow we have an upcoming event with our new productivity coach, Alberto Sotomayor. So he's going to be doing a Q&A tomorrow. We're actually going to be in the boardroom, so we're going to be in the lounge there tomorrow. And he's going to be sharing, you know, what type of value he's going to be bringing to agents. And it's not just for new agents, it's for any agents that just want more layer of accountability, structure, as well as advice. I mean, Alberto's been in the business for over 20 years. He and his wife run a very successful team. So he's definitely going to bring a lot of value, a lot of experience, a lot of advice, and he's going to help you guys close deals. Because at the end of the day, that's what a productivity coach does, is make sure you guys are productive. So yeah, so hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow as well. And if you guys have any questions before, you can always reach out. All right, so we are doing a contest. Just one person. Woo. We're doing a contest. Yeah, contest. Yeah. Win prizes and all that fun stuff. Yes. Yes. It is the Power Play Production Games contest. It actually launched July 1st. So, what you guys are doing, I believe, Daisy, you sent out a tractor to them on Fridays, is it?
Fridays, I sent out a form for you guys to fill out, how many appointments you went on. If you had active listing, how many open houses you hosted, all of those will get calculated into a point system. And then whoever has the most points at the end of the month will be our prize winner.
Yes, and it's a big prize, guys. It's a prize. So there'll be 1 grand prize winner, and there'll also be 3 other winners. So make sure you guys are reporting your numbers. So, yes. It's not a car. Just want to let you guys know, just in case you guys were thinking it was a car. It's not a car. Yes. Any questions about the contest? You guys gonna start reporting your numbers on Friday? Yes? Perfect. Awesome. Yes. All right. So next Monday, we're gonna have a special event. His name is Arthur Dresch, a friend of mine, known him for a few years. He's a successful business developer. He wrote a book on how he became rich in real estate. So he's gonna be sharing, you know, how he went from being a real estate agent to real estate mortgage lender to real estate developer. And yeah, he's gonna be sharing like how he became rich in real estate. So he'll also have his books there. And yeah, he's gonna be talking about, you know, his success as well as answering any questions that you guys have. Because I know a lot of you guys, you know, are interested in real estate investing or are already real estate investors. So this is an opportunity for you guys to talk to someone that's local, that's actually doing it at a large scale. So definitely make sure you guys are here. It's going to be next Monday at 11 a.m.
Is this, here or Zoom?
It's going to be here. Yeah, so we're actually going to be in the boardroom. So the boardroom that's in the lounge. Yeah, so we'll be in there. So yeah. All right, list to last. So we are actually having a watch party. It's going to be next Wednesday. No, it's going to be in here. So the watch party will be in here. It's going to be from 11 to 2 p.m. It's going to be featuring our co-founder, Gary Keller, and our head of industry, Jason Abrams. And they're going to be talking about how to actually master the market of the moment. So this is definitely a watch party you guys do not want to miss. Again, it's going to be in here. We're going to have lunch. It's going to be a fun time. You guys are going to learn from the #1 smartest person in real estate, Mr. Gary Keller, as well as head of industry, Jason Abrams. So this is the information that you guys really need to know to thrive in this current market. So definitely put on your calendars to be here. It's going to be a great opportunity for you to learn from the smartest man in real estate, Mr. Gary Keller, as well as head of industry, Jason Abrams. So definitely make sure to put that in your calendar if it's not already on there. All right. So Monday, July 21st, we're going to have a realtor safety training. So this is Jade Chacon. She is actually a previous team leader. She now runs the regional for KW Military. She's actually a veteran. She served in the military as well. and she's gonna be sharing with you guys realtor safety tips. You know, how to observe your surroundings, you know, when you're doing open houses, when you're doing showings, really how to be aware of that stuff. And then she's also gonna bring some weapons as well too. So yeah, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time. So definitely make sure you guys are here. Tasers and all that fun stuff. So yes, she may ask for participants. So I mean, if you're brave enough, you want to get tased, you know what I mean? You can do that. I'm not signing up for it, but I mean, if you guys want to do that, you totally can. So definitely make sure you guys are here for that as well. All right, Ignite After Dark. So this is an event. It's really designed for agents that may not have the opportunity to learn during the daytime. So these are going to be classes that are going to start July 22nd. It's going to be on Zoom, and it's going to be on our West Coast. It's going to be from 6:30 to 8:30. So it's going to be, I believe it's on Tuesdays, and it's going to be 2 hours. So this is an opportunity for maybe if you can't make the day classes, then you can actually still be able to get value. So that's going to start July 22nd. All right, agents dominate the second half of 2025. So this is going to take place Friday, July 25th. It's on Zoom, so you can literally watch it anywhere, right? And this is one of my coaches, Jessica Fox. I've been coaching with her for a few years now, and she has really mastered social media. So she's going to be talking about how agents can actually dominate in the social media space. So definitely make sure to put that on your calendars. All right. And then our in-person class we have is Wednesday, July 30th. That's going to be here in this training room, and it's going to be on AI. So a lot of you guys maybe have started using ChatGPT or any type of other AI software. And John Reyes is going to be sharing with you guys how to use AI, whether it's for listing descriptions or for photos or anything real estate business related. So definitely make sure you guys are here because we know with this technology, it's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? As much as you may want to resist, it is here. So definitely take the opportunity to embrace it and really take the opportunity to really learn and really be able to master it. So again, it's going to be Wednesday, July 30th. It's going to be in this room here. And yeah, just make sure you guys are here for it. All right, May Agent Camp. May Agent Camp is happening. It's going to be August 11th to August 14th in San Antonio, Texas. It's a great opportunity for you guys to be surrounded by some of the top realtors in the industry, as well as a great networking opportunity from agents from all over the world. So if you can make it, definitely make sure to attend. All right. So we have Bold coming up. Who's excited for Bold? Yes. All right, perfect. Daisy, totally. In my office, the white cabinet paste thing is right behind my desk. Second drawer cabinet on the left. There should be purple beads in there. Sign up sheet. Thank you. Perfect. Yes. So Bold is coming up. It's going to be launching August 7th. So the first step of Bold is going to be August 7th. We're going to be hosting in the KW Whittier office. Now, how many of you guys have taken Bold before? Perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to call on the people that have taken Bold before. Tina,
Yes,
what was your experience with Bold?
it's great. It's really, they held you accountable. They have a lot of, great assignments that they held you accountable that you have to do, but then it'll help you succeed in this business. I like it. I enjoyed it. Actually, when I was last fall in the week here too, I was enjoying every Thursday. I remember it was Thursday.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Thursday this year as well.
Like the drive, it's not that far. It's about what, half hour to 40 minutes.
Mhm.
But then it was a good drive, you know, and then I always enjoy looking forward during that period of time every Thursday. So it's good. And then you have a lot of motivations because you're surrounded by all these top agents and also new agents. So a lot of good motivations.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
I totally recommend it.
Yes.
Yeah, I just got a jury duty. August 7th.
Oh, well, hopefully they don't call you in, hopefully. Yes. Yes. Just tell me tell me you don't abide by the laws. Just tell them that.
They don't sequester you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, my wife dealing with it right now.
Okay.
Helping every week.
Yeah, I had to do that a few months ago, actually. So luckily I didn't call it in. So yes. But again, let's go back to Bold. Yeah, so as Tina was saying, Bold is definitely a great experience. Definitely recommend you guys all to sign up for it if you can. Again, first step is a free step. So definitely take the opportunity to go from the first step because again, that's where you're going to hear from the instructor. That's when he's going to go over what he's going to be doing for the next 5 weeks, as well as the average agent that does Bold and fully commits to it, they walk away with 11 pieces of business. 11 pieces of business. Let me ask you guys, what's the average commission in Chino Hills? Or in IE, Inland Empire, what's the average commission? 15,000, right? 15,000 times 11, what is that?
A lot.
A lot. Okay, good answer, right? Exactly, more than six figures, right? You're in the six-figure territory. Exactly, exactly. So just imagine you guys put in effort for 6 weeks. You walk away with 11 pieces of business, six figures in a matter of 6 weeks. How would your life change? Would your life change if you were ready to make six figures in 6 weeks? No? Well, and the great thing about Bold is that you guys aren't in it by yourself. You guys are going to be surrounded by other growth-minded professionals like yourselves that want to strive. And I'm going to be in the room with you because for me, I lead by example. If I'm telling you guys something's good, I'm going to be in the room with you guys. Right? And Tina could attest. I was there every day, wasn't I? Yeah.
And then everyone was just so professional, and then they have the right same mindset as you. They all want to grow together, you know, and they all like to share.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Sharing is caring.
it's
Absolutely.
It's a very good class.
Yeah. Perfect. And I saw Cindy, your hand was up.
And same thing, the accountability level is remarkable. That's what, you don't perform, you get kicked out. So you know there's a lot of accountability. And the same thing, you're at a table with very experienced agents and everybody's willing to share, everybody's willing to help.
Yeah, for sure. That's the key at the door.
Everybody's really, just help each other out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of top agent there.
Mhm.
A lot of agents that's already producing on high level. And they are still taking the class because they still want to, be better.
Yeah.
So it's a very motivating.
As a beginner, it's good, but as, seasoned agent,
It's also good.
Absolutely, for sure. And the thing is too, with that is the bold that we're doing this year is actually the market of the moment bold. So the bold that you did last year or a few years ago is different from the bold you're doing now because this bold is based on what's happening in the market now, right? So things have changed. Homes are staying in the market longer, right? We have less buyers out there. So the market has changed, which means that we have to adapt. So this bold that you guys would be attending is going to be for the market of the moment. So I can continue to talk forever about bold, but let's hear from our bold coach, Mr. Paul Teller.
What's up, everybody? My name's Paul, and I'm here to make you rich. Well, let's be honest. I'm here to show you the path to becoming rich. It's up to you to do the work. And make no mistake, it's going to take work. It takes doing something different, something bold, something huge. Imagine right now, it's the end of the year. You're looking through your bank account, analyzing your bank statements. Is it full of a bunch of results and cash deposits? Or is it full of a bunch of reasons or regrets? I see that it's full of results. I see you ending the year way above goal and setting 2026 up for another massive year of success. However, here's the thing. Lean in. Here's the thing. It's true for me, just as it is true for you. We must get to different before we can get to better. Write that down. We need to get to different before we can get to better. You see, everything that you're earning right now is because of the choices that you're making right now. If you're making the best choices possible, I know that your business is the best possible business that it can be. Write this down. Whatever I'm not changing, I'm choosing. Whatever I'm not changing, I'm actually choosing. I get the opportunity, I've been doing it for the better part of 10 years, to coach agents across the country to outperform their goal. And the secret is honestly no secret at all. You already know what it takes. And it takes these two simple things. Number one, write it down. How I think matters every single day. And number two, what I do, and in some cases don't do, matters every single day. Those two things, how we think and what we do. I'm headed your way in August, and I get to work with some of you all for 6 weeks. And the mission of those 6 weeks is simple: to create an environment where your brain allows you to think like a top producer and act like a top producer. The training is called Onward Bold, and it stands for Business Objective, Mindset, A Life by Design, Actions. And billionaire Gary Keller himself wrote this 6-week training based on his interactions with the top 100 agents across the country and the top 100 groups and teams across the country. And our time together will be spent uncovering and unpacking those tactics in order for us to think differently and then act differently so that your bank account shows up with tons of results and cash deposits. Now, here's the thing. It's simple, not easy. And some of you may be familiar with this bold training just like me. Like I said before, I've been coaching bold for the better part of 10 years. So I've seen it all from a coach and from a student's perspective. With that, I am here to say Gary's Onward Bold is a fresh, new look into the building blocks and the foundational practices of building a massive, stable real estate business. Some things haven't changed. Real estate is a contact sport. The tactics seen in Gary's Onward Bold to get that done has never, ever been seen before. Social media, open house, client events, conversation models, everything is brand new. And it's been tested and vetted by top agents across the country. So I can't wait to see you all in real life in a couple of short weeks. So grab your spot today and I will see you soon. My name is Paul and I care about you and I care about your business. See you soon.
Yes, who's so excited for bold? Yes. So before I was the team leader, I was a productivity coach. And as a productivity coach, I was still doing more in my business. So when every time I did bold, my goal was to take a listing every week, right? So my goal, so it was 7 weeks, right? So my goal for every bold I did is I want to take 7 listings. And I always did take 7 listings. So for me as an agent, I was always making 6 figures in that time frame, right? And it's because for me, I've always wanted to challenge myself, right? And the thing is, other agents are doing the same thing. It's like he said, it's not something hard. It's not something that's not reachable. It's very easy, right? And the thing is, being in bold, being around other top producers, you guys all have goals that you want to hit. You know, it's such a supportive environment. And again, Onward Bold is new. The techniques and the strategies and the scripting that you guys are learning isn't something that you guys seen before. So if you really want to push the easy button on your business, especially right now, you guys really need to commit to bold. So yes, this won't be the last time you hear me talk about bold. In fact, you probably got a text message from the bold coach today, right? Yes, Gal's got one. I know all you guys got one. Yes, Tina, you got one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, from Paul Taylor. Oh, text. Oh, Daisy. We gotta check. We gotta check. We gotta check on that. Yes. 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 But like I said, so for first step, it's a free step. So I definitely invite you guys to check it out. Because again, you really get to understand what the other 5 weeks are going to take place. So definitely commit to coming the first step. You guys will get great information for free and you also get a great lunch. So at least take the first step, see if this is right for you guys. And I guarantee you, if you guys commit to these 5 weeks after the first step, you will be successful, you will get transactions, and you'll be in a very supportive environment. So again, if you're looking to put an easy button on your business, especially right now, Bold is there for it. Perfect. All right. So agent referral contest. So how many of you guys like to pay the $70 month tech fees? Oh, just me. All right. Well, if you guys don't want to pay those 70-month tech fees, all you have to do is refer an agent to me. Now, again, you don't have to recruit them. I'm not looking for you to close them or anything like that. Just be open, have a conversation with me. All they have to do is have a conversation with me. Whether they join or not, we will waive a month off of your tech fees. So you do that once, that's 1 month off. You do it 3 times, it's 3 months off, right? So yeah, just keep that in mind. If you guys don't want to pay those tech fees, there's a way for you to get rid of them. All right. So what's been going on in the real estate market? I know a lot of you guys talked about no buyers out there, active inventory, right? So if we're looking at this graph here, and this is for regular price homes, not luxury. If we're following the red line here, and this is inventory. So is it going up, going down, staying steady? Up, meaning that we're seeing what's going up? More listings, right? More listings coming on the market. More sellers, exactly. All right. Now this is demand. So these are the buyers out there that are looking for these homes. If we're following the red line here, is this trending up, going down, or staying steady? Going down, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, it could be argued going down or maybe staying steady, but what we know is that we do have less buyers out there, right? All right. Now we're looking at expected market time. Expected market time is when a home comes on the market and how long it actually takes to sell, right? So if we're looking at the red line here, is this going up or going down, staying steady? Steady, right? So for the last few months, I would say it's been kind of steady, just a few days off, right? Because every week I send you guys the market update, and it's literally been just a few days. Right now, I think we're sitting at like 128 days.
How many days is it?
Yeah, so I mean, it's right now, right, so it's between 140 and 120.
Gotcha. Thank
So
you.
it's like right there. So I mean, I would say it's like 128 days. It's like around there, right? So, and these are homes that are just normal price. These aren't considered luxury homes, right? Now, if we're looking at luxury homes, anything in San Bernardino County over 800,000 is considered luxury. Now, in terms of inventory, is that going up or going down or staying steady? It's going up, right? Which means that we're seeing more luxury homes come on the market. So regular price homes are going up, luxury homes are going up, right? All right. Now, if we're looking at demand, meaning how many buyers are out there for that, is the number going up, going down, or staying steady? It's going down, right? So we're seeing more homes come up available, but there's less buyers looking at them, right? All right. Now, if we're looking at expected market time year over year, if we're looking at 2025, is it going up, going down, staying steady? Right, which means that homes are staying in the market longer. So based on these graphs here, actually, can you let Jeff in back there? Thank you. So based on the graphs that you guys see here, you know, what kind of conversation should you be guys having with your sellers? If you're sharing the graphs with them, you're sharing with them the active inventory, you're sharing the fact that it's going up. What type of conversation should you have with your sellers right now? Your price strategy. Let's talk about that, Tina. What does that mean by price strategy?
Like this market, you don't want to price high or over market value, because if you do that, then you're in a risk of your house is gonna stay on the market for a long time and maybe even expire or withdraw.
Exactly. Exactly. So utilizing these graphs here, sharing the fact of, you know, more inventory coming on the market, as well as there's less buyers out there. Because again, without these graphs and you guys are just saying this stuff, your sellers aren't going to believe you. They're going to be like, oh, you know, Cassie, you just want to make a quick commission. That's why you're telling me this stuff, right? But when you guys have graphs to share with them, it creates a stronger argument, right? It's like, listen, Mr. and Ms. Seller, this is what's happening. You see here, you see how the market, how inventory is going up, and then you see here how demand is going down, meaning that, you know, we have to make sure we're priced accordingly because we're dealing with less buyers out there, right? Now let's flip it. Now, if you're sharing this graph with a buyer, how are you guys going to use this graph with buyers?
Good time to buy.
Why is it a good time to buy, Tina?
You have less competition.
Less competition, and you also have more of what?
Negotiable.
More choices, right? Exactly, right? So you can utilize these graphs to create a sense of urgency for your sellers to make sure they're priced accordingly, and also use this as a create a sense of urgency for your buyers so they can go out there now, right? This is the stuff that you guys need to be sharing with your clients. Because again, when you guys are just telling them, oh yeah, it's a great time to buy because there's less buyers out there, you know what I mean? There's more inventory. But when you don't have anything to share, anything to support your arguments, they're just thinking, yeah, you just want to sell a house, right? So utilize these graphs here to create a stronger argument or stronger position of why your clients should move forward. Because again, this is stuff that you guys need. You guys have to create the sense of urgency. Because without it, your listings will stay on the market forever, never get sold, cancel or expired, and they'll go to another agent. Or the other side, you'll be working with buyers that really aren't really motivated and they'll be wasting your time. You know what I mean? And I talk to agents on all levels. I talk to brand new agents. I'm talking to successful agents. I'm talking to millionaire agents. And they're all dealing with the same thing. They got buyers that are kind of motivated, but they're not really taking a step. And the thing is, I did a class yesterday and I was talking about the importance of you guys pricing your homes as well as working with A people. Meaning that, listen, I have to buy a house because either A, you know, I mean, I have a job relocation, or B, you know, we need a bigger space, or we're downsizing. You guys got to work with people that have life events. You know, death, divorce. Those are the people that you guys need to be focused on right now. You know what I mean? Utilize your social media. Someone just had a baby, reach out to them. Not telling you if they say, hey, you got to buy a house now, but congratulations on the birth, whatever, all that kind of stuff. Create the conversation. But you guys have to identify life events. Those are going to be the people that are going to be like, okay, Tina, I'll do a price adjustment, right? You know what I mean? Or, hey, Cassie, you know what? Yeah, we should go and look at houses right now. Those are the people you guys need to work on. You guys need to focus on life event people. If you're talking to people and they're kind of like, oh, you know, I'll buy something, you know, if it's a good price, no, that's a red flag. Or, you know, I'll sell my house if I can get the price for it. Wrong, right? You guys can't be in that type of in that mindset. Does that make sense? So you guys are gonna focus on life events, right? Perfect. All right. So I'd like to bring up our one of our special guests today. You guys know him. He just gave a shout out to his amazing dad, Tom. Please put your hands together for Monarch Titles, Mr. Brandon Roach.
Guys, you know, us all about tools and kind of what we're trying to help you guys grow as much as possible. Raise of hands, I'm sure everyone knows about it. Anyone know about Palm Agent? Used it before?
I have.
Yeah, here and there. No. I'm gonna pass this out, and the reason why it's such a good tool. One, we were talking about, for example, people maybe not pricing strategically, right? So it shows different ways that it shows like holding costs. So let's say 30, 60, 90 days, we're gonna be able to show our client, hey, if it's on the market for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, we're gonna be able to show them what, you know, what money they're basically losing, right? It does net sheets, it helps with the buyers as well. But it's one thing that it shows, like, I wish I could show you guys even more so, but how it can help with marketing. So basically what I'm gonna have pass these out right now, so you guys can scan it and play around with it as well. But basically what it will be able to do is, let's say, for example, we're trying to do a monthly payment and we're doing a typical net sheet. You can be able to show it the market value and be able to help you guys out, look very professional. Because I know there's a lot of times that you guys sit at a table and you guys have a net sheet. Let's say Jessica did a net sheet for you guys, or however you guys do your net sheets. Sometimes people want to see numbers differently right then and there, right? So that's where this comes into play, where you're actually able to crunch those numbers. Or it does something kind of cool where you can shake your phone and it shows 6 different, you know, basically net sheets that you can show your client. Let's say if they're listing it for $700,000, if they sell at 700, this is what they're gonna net, right? Well, what if they got offered 750? What if they get a net then? Or what if we had to accept an offer at 680, right? So these are all these questions that you want to be able to be sitting down at the table with to be able to answer right away. So this is a completely free app. There is premium data, which is unfortunately $10 for the year. So I know it's not that expensive, but that's where you can really help market yourself, where it's going to be customizable. I'll have KW on it, I'll have your picture. So let's say for the holding costs or any type of information that you guys want to post, you guys can be able to put out there. I highly recommend you guys download it and take a look. I just wanted to show you guys or talk to you guys about what it can do, but I want to go in depth and actually have a class just on this, because this is something that's a game changer. If you're not using it right now, we are actually the only title company that is not under the FNF umbrella that has it right now. So it's like a big jump for us as a company as well. So it definitely is. Tom Fair uses it. He's not even a partner with it, and he keeps on you know, talking about how great it changed his business. So if that's something that you guys want to do, I'll talk to you to see when there's a good time. But then we can be able to help you guys out. But I highly recommend using it just to take a look at it, download it, and just kind of play around with it. And if you have any questions, give us a call.
Absolutely. And Brandon, I think Tina, you said you've used it.
He texted me right away when this just got introduced.
Yeah, we just rolled it out, like it was like a rollout, and then we finally got the green light to really roll it out. So, but
He
yeah,
actually texted me and then I downloaded it right away and I use it right away and then it just works. It's very easy, very user friendly. And because when like I get this a lot, when I was showing the property, the buyer would ask me how much would I pay monthly payment on this house right away, you know, and then you have to know, you have to throw out that number, but you cannot guess it. You have to be really like, it has to be estimate, right? But then like if you can give them that number right away, they look at you as a value. You know, they look at that as a value, because you're gonna get that ask for sure.
yeah. And there's so many different like calculators on there, buy now versus buying later, then versus now. If you wanted to do your pity calculate, there's so many different things. Like I can literally have like an hour long class of just like what it has. But I just love the marketing material and how you can kind of either text it, it's Instagram, LinkedIn, any different things that you guys want to be able to post on. It's huge, right? It's definitely a game changer that you guys can be able to utilize. And I just, like I said, download it. We'll set another time for a class, but at least you guys can kind of take a look and kind of get your feet wet a little bit
I'm
first.
actually really looking forward to the class because I want to know more.
Yeah, there's so much
I
stuff
know
that it
just
does.
The buyer and the seller, but I don't know all that.
Well, yeah, well, all the marketing stuff too, like we said, the holding costs, like if you actually, if someone's like, no, I want to sell for $1 million, we're like, okay, well, we're seeing it, $1 million, it's sitting for a while. So basically this is going to be, it's going to be costing you more in the long run. And it'll show a bar graph. I like it. We're in the industry where, yeah, we get it, right? We're the professionals, but the consumer, they're visual learners. So I'm a big fan of like showing people like, hey, well, this is what you're going to be end up losing, or this is what you're going to be end up gaining, because at the end of the day, they don't know it. We're the professionals. We have to be able to show them. So if we have something like that or tools to be able to help them out, I think it just makes us look more professional at the end of the day and helping them get what they want. And then we're able to help them, you know, close deals too. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'll be here afterwards too. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Brandon. Yes. Yeah, and we'll definitely be setting up a class soon about that app, because again, those types of tools is really what separates you from your competition. Because like Tina was saying, a lot of buyers now are really asking that stuff, like, so what would my payment be? You know what I mean? And it's like, if agents don't have that, they're just kind of like, I don't know. You know, I'll give you the answer, but if you can really plug in and be like, oh yeah, your payment would be $3,747. It's like, oh my gosh, right? So we'll definitely be doing a class on that in the future. So thank you, Brandon, for that. All right, perfect. So now I would like to bring up our special guest for today. He is actually with Free Model. This is definitely a tool that you guys really need to utilize. Again, we talked about how to have these advantages over your competition, whether you're using Brandon's Modern Title app or using Free Models. So please put your hands together for our special guest today, Mr. Jeff. Yeah, I can see you as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks. Like sharp, man. Too hot for me today with
Oh man,
But,
this is my brand. I mean, I'm known for the suits.
Perfect.
Yeah.
How do I use this so I know?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes, yeah, so just
Oh,
push
there, I
this
didn't
arrow
know if you
there.
had something else.
Oh yeah, no worries, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I can press for you if you need me to. I'm up here.
Probably, it's probably.
Yeah,
easy if you don't mind.
Absolutely, yeah, no worries.
All right, just a couple of quick things. My name is Jeff here. I am new to Free Model as of like mid-May. I came from real estate. I launched Picasso in the SoCal market, if you're familiar with Picasso.
Yeah, I've heard of Picasso.
Yeah, so I ran Picasso when it launched. I ran from Orange County all the way up to LA. We lost a bunch of homes in Malibu, oceanfront stuff, all the way down to La Jolla, into Palm Springs, lots of different things. So I've got real estate background. I also have a lot of ad tech and tech background too. And the cool thing about Free Model is it fits really well into kind of looking at having agents look at your business differently than what you just know today as selling real estate. When I was at Picasso, for example, just getting agents a little bit more savvy. Some are more technically excited. It's kind of like the AI approach. Some are not. Some are old school. Some are new school. Some are brand new. So getting you to think just a little bit different, and then help your buyers or your sellers think a little bit different strategically. And it may fit sometimes, and it may not fit sometimes. But at least you're having a conversation every single time is the approach. So free model is really the easy button when it comes to home renovations, made easy is how I look at it. Picasso was the easy button to buy a luxury home. That was a vacation home, but without having to buy it. Oh, I think it jumped a ton. I don't know what, I don't know where that's at.
Let's see.
This is only like 10 slides. I don't know.
So that was that one. That was the previous one. And then when I hit 51, it went to that one. Let's see.
That's like the first slide, and the one you went to is probably like 17.
Let's see. So let's see.
Yeah. Just keep going back.
So this way?
Yeah, just go back, keep going. There's only like 15. I won't hit all these guys, so, and we'll just roll with it, whatever's there. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, it's all over the place. Okay, that's all right.
Oh,
Just talk to each one, but yeah, go back. One more.
okay. Let's see.
I don't know.
So I'll go to the previous one. This one?
Nope.
Let's
I
see.
think
It's
it's
64.
It's uploaded, so. That's okay. We can just skip through it. That's fine. I don't want to waste too much time.
Okay.
All right, just jump out of that. All right, so Free Model is a specialty pre-sale renovations concierge service provider that we design, locally manage, and pay for your sellers upfront pre-sale preparations. What's unique about us is we go up to $500,000. There's no out-of-pocket capital to your sellers. They have 1 year to pay for the cost of the renovation, which is done through close of escrow. We've never not had a project not sell. So people do ask, like, what happens if it doesn't sell? Well, it hasn't happened. What's other unique about it is there's no interest, there's no fees, there's no hidden charges. And in the space, there are plenty of other providers. Some brokerages have their own in-house concierge services that they started usually from a third party, usually capped at about 50,000, sometimes 80,000. They're also capped at how much time they'll spend on a project. For example, other providers out there will only, if it takes more than 2 months, they won't touch it. If you have to pull a permit, they won't touch it. Well, Free Model, we do a ton of stuff. If your sellers need it, not everybody needs it. Up to $500,000 is a ton of money. When I talk to agents, like, wow, that's a game changer. Some agents, depending on who you are, fund buyers on the front end because that's part of their business, but they get capped out at, let's say, 20 grand. Then they get 2 projects going, then they get 3. Now they're funding the capital. They may be charging for it, some aren't. Now they're a project manager. Now they're little sub, they're managing subs, they're doing all these other things. They may be managing Java subs. It's a big, huge pain. So that's where a Free Model comes in. So what we're looking to do in the agent community, in the brokerage community, is have agents think about Free Model at the time when you have a listing appointment on a new possibility for a home, right? So you guys know best when you look at a property, you already know what needs to be done. We're all consumers. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're going into a store, into a home, you just know, buying a car, you already know what needs to be done, especially homes that have been sitting on the market from 25 to 30 plus years. It could be as simple as, oh, it just needs a paint refresh. We can do that. Okay, yeah, we go up to $500,000, but I just did a project for $4,800. Prior to that, I did a project for almost $500,000. Everything's in between. I'll show you some other charts. You can just move to the next one, then I'll just speak total.
Okay, perfect.
I'll have you just spit through it real quick. Let me just jump to a couple things, and this is kind of jumbled around, but if you look at average project cost in Southern California market, okay, these are the average project costs, and then the average seller profit. Okay, so when you're thinking about what was said, and I took notes from your presentation here, there's no buyers or less buyers. There's too many listings. There's homes are sitting on the market much longer. We need to get creative. We need pricing strategies. We need more, there's more buyer choices. There's less competition. Old coach saying, do something different before we can do something better, right? So the thing is, I would love to know how many people even think about any type of renovation that's needed on a property when you actually have walked the property with your potential client and have that conversation up front, just as a general conversation. How many in this room actually do it every single time?
Not every single time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, almost? Okay.
Yeah,
Now, it's crazy to me that we all think like that happens, right?
yeah.
You walk in the house, now you know, and I know, but it's a client trying to win business, right? You don't want to offend them, and we all know the stuff that's in their home, they think is, they think their home is worth more as is. They think, oh, the furnishings are fantastic. They think the paint is amazing because somebody selected it. you know, all these different things. But you know, because you're the expert, you're walking in, you know what sells, because you see all the other homes. The problem with the seller is they've been living in the same house forever. How many homes they actually step into that are not their friends and family, who are probably likely the same age group, same age bracket, right? Same type of house, same type of issues. They all wanted to renovate over the years. They never did. Life events, as you talked about. I just had this conversation recently. But with 3 Mile, you can come in and say, hey, if you want to get top dollar for your property, your home needs work. Now, usually you're probably gonna be like, oh, great, how much is it gonna cost? Okay, that's probably the first thought. The thing is, you need to say, well, let me tell you why it needs work. You don't even get into the money part because it doesn't cost me anything up front. You walk them down the road of what needs to be done, room by room, whatever you want to do. Just a scope of work on your own. In your head, you can say, okay, new paint, kitchen could do a refresh, bathroom needs to refresh, maybe not full remodel, maybe a refresh, landscaping needs to be touched up. They have a dog that's torn up the yard, pretty basic. If they have a pool, maybe small details, deferred maintenance, simple things. Those are some things in the conversations you can have up front with them. Then from there, you can say, well, we actually have a partner. Here's what's great about this partner. Now, our platform is fully integrated. It's all tech behind the scenes. Our co-founders sold their last company to Apple. It's all bespoke tech behind the scenes. So that's what's fantastic about it. It is truly easy button. So what will happen is you can say, let's walk through the property. Let's just see what we think needs to be done. Okay. And let me at least get you an idea of what the project would look like, how much it would cost, the time to do it, and the value you get on the market. And you walk through all the things I just said. It's going to sell faster. You already know because you've already sold homes. You walk in, you know which homes you can walk into. I can sell this tomorrow. This one you already know. Who had a listing forever? I don't know which one it was. You said you lost it, right? I don't know anything about you or the listing, but you could probably say 25 reasons why you lost it, right? Either you didn't like the seller, you know, they badmouth it. You knew the property wasn't really where it needed to be to sell it, but you did it anyways. You know, there's all these storylines, right? So we can come forward, give you a proposal. How easy it is, you can jump to one else.
Oh, yeah, sure.
What's easy about it is you can go online. Yeah, leave it there for a second. You can go
Okay.
online, fill out a form, and I'll show you here. Answer 8 questions. I mean, stupid, simple 8 questions. Okay, nothing that's gonna blow your mind. From that, you're gonna get a project director assigned to you. They'll come out to the property within 24 hours. Oftentimes, you guys will say, hey, could you be at the property by this date? If you have those dates, it's pretty simple. But typically, we can be out to the property within 24 hours. We'll walk the property with you and your seller if they're available. And then we'll go over scope. We'll deliver back a proposal within a few days to a week, depending on the scope. And line by line, full disclosure to let them know exactly what it's going to cost. If they can iterate it, they can change it. Once we get a final approval, it's a fixed bid estimate. It will not change. There is no contingency budgets. So the only way something would change is if the actual scope changed. Okay. Now, from that point, as soon as they execute the documents, we're going to start the project. So we fully project manage. That project director is your single point of contact from the day one to the close of the project itself, where they sign off on it. Then you have up to a year to sell the property. So 14 days from project completion, it needs to be listed on the market, and then from the completion date is the actual year. But again, it's never happened. And then you go to sell the home. And then the best part about it with us, we're big into doing co-marketing. So every completed project that you complete with us, we'll put $1,000 towards that completed project in co-marketing for that listing. And so that can be done in print. And I'll send you this entire presentation. It's 15 slides. That includes print or professional video as well. So if you like to use social media and you love video, we can do that. If you like a lot of print, we can do that. It just depends on what's going to suit your needs. So a couple things really quick. Sellers benefits. There's no cash out of pocket whatsoever. Okay. Other platforms, just so you know, they're third party. Like I said, they're going to require a credit check. They're going to require a income verification. They're also going to charge you interest often. Most often they do as well. You got a faster sale. There's no project management whatsoever, and there's more profit. On the agent side, you're going to win more listings because you're actually presenting a solution upfront in advance of the home going to market. I love telling people no all the time. When you tell somebody no, they hate it. They want something. But when you say, you know what, I don't think I'm the right agent for you, and here's why. And they like, well, then they think, well, what's the problem? Now they want to work with you, right? Sometimes. So you have to tell them, like, these are the things you need to do. If you're not willing to do those things, your home's going to sit on the market. You bring the chart and say, here's the chart. This is data. I always say this, data doesn't lie, right? Less buyers, more listings. Do you want your home to sell faster? Do you want to sit on the market for 50 something days, right? So one more listings, you get to focus on selling. There's no legal or financial risk on the brokerage side or the agent. Something goes wrong, it falls to us because we are the general contractor, we are licensed and insured, and we are funding the project. So it's everything's on us and no project management. If you could jump to a few more here. Really quick, go back.
I'll go back.
I don't know if you can go back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so it's stupid simple to qualify. So everything is equity based. Okay, so assuming the mortgage balance plus the project cost, which is the estimate from a couple grand to $500,000 is at least 80% or less of the ARV, and you're in our service area and it has clean title, we can move forward on the project, at least go get an estimate for you. Okay, if it doesn't have some of the things, then we will work back with the agent to the title company just to verify some information. I just had one the other day, $100,000 project scope, I think a $1.8 million property, and there's something on title. We just went back to the agent, back to the title company, it was clear, no problem, moving forward. Simple home improvement contract and deed of trust. Since it's deferred payment, it's just this deed of trust with a securitized interest because it is an asset. So no issues there. Some sellers don't like to do a deed of trust, and it's usually ones that like privacy. They don't want to tap into their deed of trust, make changes. Sometimes they'll decide just to pay it. We can pay and bill every 2 weeks, but it's a very tiny percent of people that do that. But if they want to do it, we'll do it. Okay. Jump to something else, Mike?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I won't go through the long stuff. In scope, out of scope stuff, we can go pretty deep. The out of scope stuff, just so you know, we don't do additions, no ground up new construction. If you're out of the service area, we can't do anything, foundation repairs. It's the big stuff that most people don't want to touch because one, is going to take a really long time. Two, we may not be the best service provider to do that project. We can certainly do it. It's not something we're focused on. We may be focused on more later. Our in scope is actually growing. This is just a short list. There's more behind it. But we do work on pre-sales. If you have investors who love to flip homes, we can do that as well. Post-sale, owner occupied, and rentals, they must be vacant to do that as well. There is a couple other things too on the flip side. We do have a partnership with Kiavi, who, if you do have investor clients who love to flip properties, they will fund up to 95% of the purchase price of the property. So they'll come forward with about 5, maybe 10% on the high side. And they will also fund upfront the capital for the project itself, and everything gets run through us. So we're giving them a partnership through the investment community, which is huge because Kiavi is the largest provider in that area. They've done 23 billion. I think the number's like 85,000 properties. It's insane. So our co-founder knows them well. He used to work for them back in the day, and that's a new partnership that our phones are kind of off the hooks when he has reached out to that investment community side for some potential interest. If you can go one or two more, and then I'll let it go. Okay, so this is just a quick hit. How do you actually get started with us? Just to see what the potentials might be. You can scan this. If you have your phone, you can scan it. Just go to our website. It'll just go to where you can request a free estimate. You can go to our website and just click get a free estimate. It's really 3 steps. Is you're going to submit the form. The project director is going to come out to your home. They're going to do a tour of the property. They're going to scope it. They're going to send you a proposal. Everything else is assuming that, you know, if it changes or doesn't change when the contract is signed, what we do, ordering materials, getting subs started. On average, project completion is 2 to 12 weeks. Now that's based on scope, right? So if you're just doing paint, it's not going to take 2.5, 12 weeks. It's going to be pretty quick. If they just wanted, like I had one the other day, paint, a little bit of landscaping, and maybe a new HVAC system, 25-year-old home, actually in the IE as well. And the buyer or the agent, I believe, already had one of their service providers for HVAC going out to the house just to see if it really needs a replacement or not. If it does, he's like, I'm going to call you because the homeowner can't deal with it or pay for it. So that's what that looks like. 14 days, once it's sold, we get paid out of escrow. You know, one more, let's see what's left here. So project directors, hang tight there. So we've got 3. We actually have a job rec out for another project director for IE specifically. So I have 2 in Orange County and 1 in Inland Empire and another one coming. So these are all professionals with design backgrounds. They do this for a living. They also have their own businesses as well. So we're very transparent on what they do and how they partner with us. But when they're in with us, it's all us. So if, like, for example, if Dee has her own design business and she's working with other clients outside of free model, that's her thing to do. They partner with us because they're experts in what they do. We're experts in what we do. We just married the two together. Okay. Everybody's got a little bit different detailed design. We do assign project directors through back-end technology with it based upon project scope, lots of different things behind the scenes. So you don't have to worry about, oh, he's a good looking dude. Wouldn't it be great if I can have him, or, she's been doing this longer than he has, or whatever it might be. So there's none of that stuff happening. If you can take a look at one more here. There's a slide there. I like to show it. Don't worry about that one. There's your marketing boost. Let's see what's left here. All right, leave it there for a second.
Oh, back.
Oh, that's the beginning. Don't worry about it. One thing I want to show you, we've done over 1,000 projects. We have delivered $110 million to sellers in profit, over 1.2 billion in sales over 5 years since we launched. So put in perspective, a lot of people wonder, what have we done? So those are the numbers. Keller Williams in total across all our markets. So we're in California, Texas, and Florida. I have it up here. I'm just going to try to remember it. We've done, I think it's 214 projects at, I think it's 19 million in seller profit on almost 139 million in sales volume. Let's kind of put that in perspective. So your partner brokerages are doing it with Keller Williams. So those of you in here who either want to understand, people in-house are doing it in corporate across other brokerages, you may know some of them already. If you haven't touched it, consider it on every listing. I just think it's just a simple no-brainer. It's a simple conversation. It's an idea. It's a differentiator. The only thing that I think freaks people out, this is just me as a consumer, it doesn't bother me. I love tech. I love all this stuff, is I think they always say, isn't it going to take longer? In my head, this is how I think. Isn't it going to take longer if I have to do something like this? And then you go back to the slide and say, do you know how long it's taking to sell a home? Now we could do nothing and just put it on the market, and we could wait, or we could actually do the work that needs to be done to sell it for as much money as possible. And you show them what it could produce. And we've seen it time and time again. If you go back to the SoCal market on the actual cost of project to the actual profit itself, numbers don't lie. Now, I can't guarantee that those specific numbers are going to be theirs, but if it's in that range, it's going to be pretty doable. The target that we look to see is about almost a 2.5 to 3x return. So project cost to return is about 2.5 to 3x. So if you look at that, and you'll know I can from ad tech background and tech stuff. If you look at when the infomercial market started on television, the ad spend that those guys used to look for, it's much different now, is 2.5 times. So if you're going to spend $100, you want to make 2.5 times that on your return. No different than any other market, really. So the beauty of real estate is real estate, right? So even in a down market, they can still make a lot of money. And there's tremendous upside. The biggest thing I can tell you beyond it is, which the agents probably don't think about, the biggest thing you can tell your seller is that we're increasing your buyer budget on your next step. So if you do a 100K project, let's say, I'm not saying you have to, and your return was 300K, okay? That delta on that is going to drive up their buyer budget into their next property. So you have to think of it. It doesn't cost you anything up front. This is all the stuff you need to have done. You don't have to manage a project. You don't have to do anything outside of go do walk the property and then get a proposal. Once that proposal is done, you're not doing anything. You're getting communications from our project director via email, and so is your homeowner. You're getting it at the same time. So you both have the same information. You're doing your day job. Our company's doing our day job, and the seller's doing whatever they do in their daily life, and they're going to get updates as needed. I'm available all the time. So if you had a question, let's say, I don't know, couldn't get a hold of somebody, which doesn't happen, but I'm available. I'm here. I actually live in Orange County. I live in Irvine, born and raised in Southern California. And the best way, again, I can tell you to close it out is it's just the easy button in renovations. I'd love to say I could steal it from Staples, but that's just brilliant marketing. It really is that simple. So if you think of it, just home renovations made easy. There's no working capital. There's nothing to do on your side. There's nothing to do on the seller side. You just got to think different, present it in a way that you know you can present it, and get your point across and bring the benefits back to the seller to really differentiate yourself in the market. And I will say on the bold stuff, I went to grad school, I started a business, I launched different things, I shut stuff down. I'm a tinkerer, I think it's of all time. We've all gone to a bar, written ideas on a napkin, and some friends do it, some don't. And some are too scared to do it, and they'll never do it. But the idea is if you just take a step forward and try it, I always tell people this, you don't know what you don't know until you know. And tell your seller, it doesn't cost you anything to try it, to even look into it. There's other platforms out there that will charge you upfront, even do like a Matterport scan to even touch it. So it doesn't cost us anything. It doesn't cost you guys anything. It costs us money, but we eat that stuff. That's part of doing business. But you just tell them that and then let them make a decision. And then the last thing I'll tell you is that I'm a person, I'll tell you, like, we're not the right fit for everyone. We'd love to be, and we think we can be, but we need agents on the front end to have the conversation with every single buyer on the front and then see what that result looks like. And then the data will speak for itself. And I would challenge each of you, if I were to split up this room in like, business school or something, you guys are going to sell over here and you guys are going to sell over here. We're going to work through a market for 14 days and we're going to see who wins at the end. It's kind of the idea. Challenge yourself to say, hey, buddy up with someone and say, hey, I'm going to try it. You're going to try it and see what happens. And then if it doesn't work, call me. I'll just take a scream. But I don't think that'll happen whatsoever. I think you will definitely enlighten yourselves. And I will say this, and I'll close it out. The last presentation I was at is a different brokerage, but it's refreshing to hear other partners in brokerages speak to their agent community in their offices that say, hey, great presentation, loved everything about it. And by the way, I've got agent friends outside of this brokerage that have used you guys and have nothing but fantastic things to say. And they're speaking to all their friends in that brokerage about other friends outside of another brokerage that are using us. And then that particular meeting, we had a gentleman who had a $350,000 deal in Huntington Beach that kind of fell through in November that reopened it back up because of the situation had changed for their seller. And so after we chatted afterward, and he said, I just want to go back and re-represent it and let's tweak some things, let's relook at it and let's see if I can win it back. And he still had the listing agreement. And it didn't cost me anything to just present something to him. And then let your seller decide what they want to do. And the last thing I'll tell you is this, data. I looked at it today with our chief growth officer. Killer stuff. Like I said, data doesn't lie. There's almost about an 86%, let's say 76, it's probably give or take a little bit, of the market that this is really totally doable on every single listing. And the reason I say that is you have new construction that you don't need this for, right? There's a it's called not quite 20% that would never touch it. There's no need. And then on the other far side of the spectrum, you have investor properties, right? You see them on TV all the time. We'll buy your house, those guys, right? Those are depressed housing. Those sellers are not into any of this stuff. They just need to get rid of it. Could be a life event, could be other things, and other situations related to it. But everything in the middle, it should be totally doable. So if you walk up to a house, it needs landscaping, note it. And just start thinking about all the things how much you can sell a house for and the homes you just ran. And just show them through data and your professionalism and, leverage your team and myself if you have questions. So outside of that, I know it's a little jumbled, so kind of speaking off the cuff, but hopefully it gives you an idea of what to think about and how we can support you in your efforts. And I just work directly on the agent and brokerage side. I don't work on the day-to-day stuff behind the scenes, but I do partner with the project directors on projects. So I get to see everything along the way, but I'm on the front end education side, so I'm not involved in anything else outside of it. And I'll just leave it up to questions. If you have any, I brought lunch for everybody. So if you're going to stay and have lunch, I'm going to eat here too, because I could eat and I'm starving. But if you have any questions, let me know. You can, I can take them now. I can take them over lunch. You can shoot me an email. You've got my contact information. I left some business cards for you as well. And so sure.
Yeah. So free model, as far as I understand it, is the smarter general contractor basically. And then how much?
Good way to look at it.
Yeah, how much are you going to charge for the regular job? I mean, I don't know about the price and then sign a contract, eventually the seller will pay more.
Well, great questions. So a lot of assumptions in there, right?
Yeah.
So we are a general contractor. We're no different than any general contractor. Our pricing and our how we get paid is no different than you and I going to a general contractor and let's say these guys are all general contractors. We're going to go get bids from everywhere, right? You're going to get different bids. Everyone's going to have their own markup, whatever you want to call it, that's built into their pricing. Now for us, we do compete a bit against other companies, but it depends on how that takes place. Sometimes it's an agent relationship with another company. It could be a local referral network that you have. Oh, I've got a landscaper, I've got a painter, I've got an HVAC guy. Well, you can go contact all those guys. You can do it all day long. If you want to manage all that, help go have those conversations and let your agent know, I've got so-and-so coming this way. Now you go do all the work, you're gonna sell less homes. Okay, but if that's what you like to do, because it's part of your business, you can do it.
Yeah.
But you're gonna charge what you're gonna charge, and you should charge whatever you're gonna charge. But you're not a GC. Now, what happens when something goes sideways with the plumber that you've onboarded, now you have legal risk, right? So if I'm the homeowner, I'm gonna file suit, I'm filing suit against you, and I'm gonna file a suit against them. Okay, so for us, what happens is, if anything were to go wrong, and things do go wrong, but you can't stop anything from going wrong, it all falls to us. All the financial risk, all the legal risks. We're the GC, we're the insurer, and we provide all that information up front too. And everything, all that stuff gets recorded too. If there's permits being pulled, everything is gonna be recorded as well. If there's no permits, there's no need to record at that level, but the deed of trust is recorded, and the homeowner signs off and everything. So as far as a cost basis, we're not here to say, hey, yes, we're a smart company because we're tech driven behind the scenes, but we're people driven on the front end. I would say the hugest differentiator, as our co-founder likes to joke, is like, we actually have humans that are involved in the renovation itself. They actually show up to your home. They actually walk the property. You actually meet them in person. So yes, there's tech behind the scenes, but there's the human element on the front end, which should never change. But there's other companies out there that have built the whole system based on tech without humans involved, which to me is a terrible idea. Because would you rather have send somebody out to scan your home? They're just not a poor person scanning your home, and then they send you a proposal, and you're like, "What? You haven't even been in my house. You just scanned my house." And if you're okay with that, great. You love tech, but most people aren't like that. They like that face to face, and they appreciate that. So that won't change for us. So that's a differentiator. But as far as the cost basis, it's like anything else. I mean, I don't know how many cars you bought in your life. My dad worked for American Honda for 7-8 years. I know everything about the car business. I can go buy a car tomorrow, probably way better than other people can buy a car, right? Now, too bad for you that you paid more, or is it better for me that I paid less because I knew what I was doing, right? So I think there's a balance between you telling the homeowner, this is what they do, that you can call it the smart tech, whatever your way that you visualize and speak to it, but this is the value and what they can deliver, and here's the outcome. The outcome is a home that's sold for more, seller profit, right? All those things. And if they have any questions, for example, I had this conversation today. If they had a competing bid from another vendor, but it could be your friend, contact, whatever, or it could be their own, right? They can send that bid in to us, and we'll do an apples to apples, line by line, across the whole thing, if necessary. It doesn't happen all the time, but we also have to make sure that scope is scope. So a lot of times when you talk to friends and family, you say, "Oh, I got this bid. It seems expensive, and I got this other bid." And I guarantee you put those bids side by side, they're not even in the same scope. They're missing something. Something's off. So the way we look at it is scope is scope. As long as the scope is the same, there's going to be pricing differences between any parties that are competing. I couldn't tell you what they are because I don't ever see the bids against each other, and we don't always see the other bids either. So just like selling, we don't know everything outside of our own processes. So if we don't have knowledge and privy to it, then we may not know. But if you're representing your seller, they get a bid from us, and they get a bid from somebody else, you would, if you, in your best interest on behalf of your client, and I think of it like being an attorney, it's in your best interest as a client to say, hey, let me just double check these bids. Let me talk to Free Model. Let them know I've got this. I want them to look at it. And then you should tell your seller, I'm going to present both back to you if you have that question. That's the best thing you can possibly do. And then you're doing your job, right? Full disclosure. But that's a great question. Yeah, there's no difference in markup for GCs. They're just gonna have their own pricing, how it is. Yes.
No, this is more for sellers, right?
Yeah, it's
And we have a lot of buyers that when they bought a house, they max out all their cash, right?
yeah.
So, but then they want to remodel the homes, right? So.
They want somebody floated.
And
But you made me spend way more on this house. Now I got it. Now I need more money from somebody else. No, it's a good question. We do work with I'll give you an example. A good friend of mine is a top producer in Irvine. Okay. Talk to her about stuff. The problem with Irvine, half of Irvine's old, a lot of it's new, right? Just like a lot of these areas, right? As it keeps getting built up, there's so many new homes. The older homes sit, but there's a lot to do. She said a lot of her sellers are looking for a newer home or she's selling homes because they're newer and they're selling faster, right? Which makes sense. But she said, I have a ton of clients who could totally use your service because they want to renovate, which is great. However, we're not gonna go into deferred payment on a renovation if they're not selling the home, or just give somebody, free money for a year with no interest, no fees, no costs, right? The business would shut down. So what we would do in that circumstance is we would, bill them every 2 weeks on their project. So we do the exact same process. We handle everything.
Okay,
You wouldn't have to do anything. They wouldn't have to do anything. All we're gonna do is bill them every 2 weeks.
okay,
So if they do have the cash, and that's something to think about, if you know your seller is gonna go into another home, right? That bigger budget money from selling a house, right, into a new home, they can use that for other stuff, renovations, right? If they really wanted to on a house they love, but it
right,
needs some refreshing work, that's one avenue. The other avenue is if you have somebody who just got into a house, wanted to do other work, they can still use their service, just know it's gonna be billed out
every 2 weeks.
every 2 weeks, yeah. And if you have a client who has rentals, we can absolutely do work on the rentals in the same fashion, but there can't be a tenant in there. That's just liability.
What about like the seller is still living in the house? I thought you guys are doing like a major renovation. You guys work around that or no?
Yeah, so yes, the sellers can actually live through the house, they can live through their renovations, if they want. I did my own house for 6 months on a pretty hefty, the additions, 2-story additions, but, so I did in 6 months, I kind of speak to my own story with that, but, yes, they can absolutely do it, and most, sellers will live through it because they're usually doing 2 to 12 weeks, and it's, it's a kitchen remodel, it's a bathroom remodel, it's paint, it's, whether it's light or a whole home overhaul, it just depends on your seller. But usually they already have that situated, they already know kind of what their plans are, they just communicate to you, communicate to us what they want to do. And all that's done at the property walk with the project director. You're gonna have that conversation right there. Well, here's my plan, and it always starts as this. The reason why there's no contingency budget is that we don't want to hold any money aside as a what if, because we're all fixed bid. So it's based on scope. So if you want to do X, Y, Z, the fixed bid is going to be exactly what it is. Now, if you did your job on the front end and you told them everything, right? And here's this carte blanche, here's the menu of what things I think you should consider. We go up to $500,000. Now it's a matter, does the ARV support what you're saying, right? If you have to spend $500,000, are you going to get enough out of it, right? But usually the as is and the ARV, those are numbers that you're going to look at and really have a good idea. Plus, you already know the market for what a new kitchen. I think you're pricing on never pricing a home is pretty, she's like the pool and the kitchen, right? So it just depends on the approach and how you look at it. But you can slice it so many ways. But just know it's really the front end easy conversation to try to win a listing. And I will tell you this too. I talked to an agent, different brokerage out in IE as well. Almost 2 weeks ago now, we had a Zoom call, and he said his last listing he won because the other agent that he was competing with did not have a solution like this. And his conversation, so what is your conversation like? And he said, I first ask him, I look at equity in the property first. He knows the pricing in his market is like 1,500 square foot home. This is his averages. I'm trying to remember the numbers. I'm trying to remember. 650,000 or something like that was average property, I think was he was talking about. And so he already looked at, he'll look at the equity, he'll have a conversation, which I would change this conversation if I was him, but his conversation is how he explained it to me, was he would ask, he would introduce things about just walking the property without free mail, just casually conversation. And then he would, through that conversation, they would talk about, do they have funds to do any of these things? Some do, some don't, most don't. If they did, great, how much? If they didn't, okay, well, I've got a solution for you. I think it should be the front end. Don't worry about the money part, because who wants to give up their capital anyways? In this market, I will tell you, cash is king. I've heard it a million times. Depends on who you are and who you talk to. Some people are holding versus spending, and the ones that I like the best are the ones that don't hold and they keep spending the market, So it's real estate. So I think there's always a benefit to just have the conversation, and the money is just like anything else. It's like the other way I'd look at it, if you're gonna have a wedding and there's money was no option, what would you do? It's like if you're gonna go on a vacation, money was no option, what would you do? If you could redo your house, what would you love to do? Like that type of conversation. And it's only happened a few times where the sellers end up not selling their house because they love the renovation so much.
Oh, no.
It's very, no, I said it doesn't happen very much. I think it's like tiny amount. But I laugh at that because how many of us have had life events over the years, like we just never did it. But sometimes you surprise them with such an amazing job, you're like, holy cow, I don't know if I can sell. You know, rarely it ever happens. I just say it because I'm being honest. But that is not the norm by any means. But that person is gonna be a huge value to you anyways, on their friend, like, can you believe my agent, what they did? I loved it so much, I couldn't believe it, whatever it is, but that's not the norm. But it's just a story to tell. I would just leave you again, easy button, have the conversation, figure out the best strategy to have it. And then let the numbers kind of speak for itself. And if your client sees the value in it, that you believe the value is to sell that property faster, let the home speak for itself at the end. And what you don't see here, because I have it, we have 350 case studies with ROI breakdowns on our website by market, by kitchens, bathrooms, and the whole house is there too. So the numbers don't lie, they're all real. Every market's a little bit different. We have most of the data is all there. Some markets you can't get all that data all the time. It's been way better over the last number of years, but it's 350. There's not a use case that isn't there that you can't actually speak to and point to and actually show them before and afters of their property or something like it, to give them that visual sense of what it's going to be. So that's it in a nutshell. I know it's a little all over the place, but hopefully it gives you a better indication. Once they send the presentation, I'll send a follow-up email. You'll get a sense once you go through it, like, okay, now it all makes sense. I wish it was all there, but it's all there.
So free model is the generic name all across, with all different brokerage.
Bro, free model is just our company name.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean by?
But you work with, like KW.
Oh, brokerages. So it depends. So some brokerages, so we do have a product where some brokerages will want to bring a service in-house and they want to rename that service something internal so their staff can use it, but it's us behind it.
Okay.
But there are other companies that don't do that. They either will use one third party or another, but they don't do anything else with it. It's just that it's here and available to you. It's part of their platform, but it's a third party. So it just depends on the brokerage and what they want to do and what stuff they want to give and have available to their agents. So, make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's longer.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would've
thanks so
been-
much, Jeff.
yeah.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, so definitely like Jeff was saying, it's about having that conversation and really asking those questions. So again, utilizing these tools to help you guys have more opportunities. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. So I'm just gonna go through these slides real quick. And as Jeff was saying, he'll send me the PowerPoint so you guys will have everything together. So awesome, guys. Well, thank you guys for taking time out of your busy Wednesdays to be with us today. We truly appreciate it. Hope you guys got a lot of value. Now go back there and eat some lunch. Thank you so much.
Yeah.